Get ready for a blast from the past with a classic 70s TV series. It's filled with laughter, tears, and everything in between. The show revolves around a widowed father raising his 8 kids. Throughout the series, they tackle various challenges, from typical teenage drama to career hurdles. With a diverse cast, there's a character for everyone to relate to. But here's the exciting part: we've got loads of fascinating trivia to share about the show. So, stick around to learn more about your favorite characters and what makes this series a timeless gem. Before we wrap up, we'd love to hear from you. Share your favorite memories or experiences related to the show in the comments below. Get ready for a nostalgic journey with this classic TV series. The credits of 8 is enough seem puzzling. They fail to include all family members and bury the few listed in a lengthy roster. Notably, stars like Dick Van Patten are relegated to a single episode, which appears rather dismissive. One cannot help but agree with the observation regarding Betty Buckley's character being dubbed Abby. Logically, a nickname derived from a spouse's name seems unlikely post-marriage. The suggestion that her maiden name could have been Abbott offers a more plausible explanation. The absence of a replacement for Diana Hyland's character is also a point of contention. The awkward year-long courtship feels out of place, considering the series primarily revolves around the children's stories, which were the real focus of interest. Despite these flaws, the show is enjoyed immensely. For viewers like myself, grappling with the demands of parenthood, the depiction of a family with 8 children offers both entertainment and a glimmer of hope. The sheer impossibility of managing such a brood resonates, making the struggles and triumphs of the Bradford family relatable. In a way, it provides solace and encouragement, reassuring parents that they are not alone in their challenges. In the series, Abby's first husband, Frank Abbott, died during the Vietnam War. Tom Bradford, a character from the show, was recognized as the 33rd greatest TV dad by TV Guide. In one episode, Nancy advises Tommy not to use people for physical intimacy, but in a later episode, Tommy ends up impregnating a girl he barely knows. These instances illustrate the complexities of familial dynamics and personal relationships within the show's narrative. The decision made by one of the actors to leave the show changed the direction of their careers significantly. If this actor had stayed on the show, they might not have landed the famous role that made them well known. One of the co-stars took pride in seeing another former cast member succeeding in a different show alongside another actor. This co-star found joy in the success of their colleague. After the series ended, there were 2 reunion movies made. The original cast returned for these productions, except for 2 members who were replaced. In the show, David Bradford was portrayed by Mark Hamill, known for his role in Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope. The unexpected passing of Diana Hyland, who played the mother, led to significant changes. Her character was written off after completing just 4 episodes, with the storyline adapting to Tom Bradford becoming a widower. Dick Van Patten, recognized for his roles in Mama and as Tom Bradford, is a familiar face to audiences. He played a pivotal role in 8 is Enough, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. Making big decisions can shape our lives in unexpected ways. Sometimes choosing between different opportunities can be tough. For Dick Van Patten, picking between 8 is Enough and The Love Boat was a big deal. He went with 8 is Enough, and it made a big impact on his career. There's an interesting thing about Laurie Walters. She's actually a bit older than her stepmom, Betty Buckley, by 6 months. That's pretty unusual, right? And then there's Nicholas, a character on the show. His friend is named after one of the directors. It's neat how real-life connections seep into the show, adding depth to the whole thing. These connections make 8 is Enough more than just a show. They make it feel real, even today. Drawing from a real-life story from the 1970s, a TV series was inspired by the life of someone named Thomas Braden. Originally, they planned to name the show after Braden, but they changed it to Bradford to make it more relatable. Even though they switched the name, the main character's name stayed Tom. Dick Van Patten, who was well known for his work, wrote a book called 80 is Not Enough. This book was important for the show's creators. Some people had a small issue with the show, especially when the set looked too perfect. Van Patten remembered the difficulties of keeping things real while still making everything look good on screen. Despite these little complaints, people loved the show because of its interesting stories and characters. It's considered a classic from that time in TV history. This story gives us a peek into how hard it can be to make a TV show balancing realism with what looks good to viewers. Willie Aames, who played a role in 8 is Enough, dated his TV sister Connie Needham. Another cast member, Lani O'Grady, was the younger sister of Don Grady from My Three Sons. Both shows were popular family sitcoms. Sadly, Lani died from a drug overdose, and Don passed away from cancer. The series often used Nicholas as the central character in lead-ins before the main title sequence. The series showcases a unique linguistic quirk among the Bradford children, as they often use the phrase "all's I" instead of "all I." This distinctive construction is characteristic of Midwestern American English, stemming from the origins of the real Tom Braden, who hailed from Iowa. Despite the Bradfords residing in California, Braden's Iowa roots influenced their speech patterns. In the opening credits of seasons 3 through 5, actors who were not part of the pilot, such as Betty Buckley and Grant Goodeve, were billed before those who appeared in the pilot, based on alphabetical order of last names. Mary pursued her medical training at the University of California at Berkeley. This distinct blend of linguistic quirks and character dynamics contributed to the series' charm and appeal. In the famous TV series, a houseplant named Gladys brought a lovely touch to the Bradford family home, becoming like a silent family member. Tom Bradford, played by Dick Van Patten, made history as one of the top TV dads ever. He was known for being wise, warm, and sometimes strict. Something interesting about the show was the age differences among the actors. Laurie Walters, who played one of the daughters, was only 11 years younger than the actress who played her mom, Diana Hyland. This age gap added depth to their on-screen relationship. Walters was even a bit older than the actress who played her stepmom, Betty Buckley. These casting choices and character dynamics helped make the show appealing to audiences. People loved watching the Bradford family's relatable moments and heartwarming adventures. The show's themes of love, laughter, and family joys still resonate with viewers today. This behind-the-scenes info gives us a better understanding of why the show has stayed popular for so long. Dick Van Patten auditioned for the lead role of Patriarch on the show, but didn't get it. Producers scrapped the initial production after the first day of shooting. Fred Silverman then hired Van Patten, whose character was based on journalist Tom Braden. Willie Aames, during the show's fourth season, faced a stalker who claimed to be a friend of Dick Van Patten's son Vincent. The stalker called from the lot, prompting Van Patten's furious response. Betty Buckley and Ralph Macchio later starred as mother and son in another production. In the 1977 TV series 8 is Enough, Dick Van Patten, who played the father, had some interesting connections. For instance, he met Willie Aames, a young actor, on the set of a show where Dick's son guest starred. Almost 5 years later, Aames replaced another actor in the series. Aames and Van Patten remained friends for almost 45 years until Van Patten's death in 2015. Additionally, Van Patten met Diana Hyland, an actress, years earlier on a different show. She later co-starred in 8 is Enough as his first TV wife, but sadly passed away early in the first season. The show also launched the careers of 3 major stars. Betty Buckley became a Broadway star. Mark Hamill became known for his role in Star Wars, and Ralph Macchio starred in the Karate Kid franchise and other 80s hits. In the old TV show from 1977, there were some interesting things. One cool thing was that they added laughs after jokes, which wasn't common for hour-long shows at the time. One of the actors, Grant Goodeve, wanted his character to get a divorce on the show to have a bigger role. In a book, another actor, Rob Lowe, talked about when the show was on TV. He said that one of the actors, Dick Van Patten, had an apartment building in Los Angeles where lots of young actors lived, including Ralph Macchio, who was on the show. So, Macchio lived in Van Patten's building while he was on and off the show in 1980 and 1981. There were interesting things happening both on and off the set, which made the show special. In a revealing interview from the turn of the millennium, a cast member shared an unexpected detail about their experience with the show. They recounted how the news of the show's cancellation didn't come through the typical channels one might expect for a cast member. Instead of a direct call from the producers or executives, they stumbled upon the announcement in a newspaper. It was a jarring moment for them, learning about the end of an era in such an impersonal manner. A crucial role in the show's later seasons was played by another cast member, stepping in to fill the void left by a tragic passing. A battle with breast cancer cut short her time on the series, leaving behind only a handful of episodes before her departure. This unexpected loss forced a significant adjustment in the storyline, turning a character into a widower much earlier than anticipated. One of the charming aspects of the show was its portrayal of the characters' lives beyond the confines of their own family. Among the many fictional elements, one that captured the audience's imagination was the quirky favorite TV show within the series itself. It added an extra layer of depth and humor to the already beloved show. And so, these behind-the-scenes tidbits offer a glimpse into the personal experiences of those involved in bringing the show to life. The series takes its name from the adage that 8 children are more than enough. The Bradford kids, ranging from eldest to youngest, were David, Mary, Joannie, Susan, Nancy, Elizabeth, Tommy, and Nicholas. Interestingly, the actors' ages mirrored their characters' birth order, with Joannie being the oldest in real life and Nicholas being the youngest. In the initial seasons, the opening featured an instrumental theme, but later, a new theme song with lyrics, sung by Goodeve, who portrayed David, became the signature tune. Goodeve even lent his voice to sing the theme in one episode. Goodeve played the role of David, the eldest of the Bradford children. Interestingly, Susan Richardson, Laurie Walters, and Dianne Kay were older than him. During his time on the show, Willie Aames formed a rock band called Willie Aames in Paradise. The band made several appearances on the show, including the Easter Seals Telethon, United Cerebral Palsy Telethon, and Kids Are People Too. Mark Hamill, known for his role in Star Wars, was involved in a serious car accident in 1977, resulting in severe facial injuries. These scars were still visible during the filming of The Empire Strikes Back 2 years later. It's said that this accident led to plot changes in the film to accommodate Hamill's injuries. In a pioneering move for family sitcoms, one of the kids in the show dates outside their race. Mary finds herself in a relationship with a black boyfriend, who also happens to be a Vietnam vet. As the seasons progressed, the writing staff ensured each Bradford had their moment in the spotlight. However, by the final season, Tommy, portrayed by Willie Aames, garnered significant popularity among adolescent females, resulting in his character dominating the screen time. This shifts sideline regulars like Goodeve, Susan Richardson, and Lani O'Grady. Goodeve's frustration led to a storyline change, divorcing David and Janet to bring him back into focus. Notably, Kimberly Beck and John Fury, both 8 is Enough alumni, also starred in the Friday the 13th franchise. In the beloved TV series 8 is Enough, we meet a big family full of love and fun. Each brother and sister brings something special to the family. The oldest sister, Joannie, is responsible and looks after everyone. Susan, the next one, is adventurous and funny. Nancy is kind and caring, always there when someone needs her. David is a good family man, taking care of everyone's needs. Mary is creative and loves art, making the house lively with her ideas. Elizabeth is thoughtful and wise, always having something smart to say. Tommy is the playful troublemaker, making everyone laugh. And then there's Nicholas, the youngest, who really loves his Zappy cereal. Abby, also known as Sandra Sue Mitchell Abbott Bradford, is like the family's sunshine, bringing happiness wherever she goes. In the end, what matters most is family. They stick together through everything, sharing love, laughter, and exciting moments. Despite the challenges he faced, the actor stayed true to his word and participated in the show. Unfortunately, he got into a serious car accident after the first episode aired, hurting his face. He mentioned it was just a broken nose, but it was severe enough for him to take a break from the series to heal. Even though he couldn't continue, the show still did well. People often wondered what could have happened if he stayed. But his work in the first episode left a strong impression, and he's remembered for it. It shows how dedicated he was to his job, even when things got tough. The show moved on without him, but everyone, including the audience, still felt his impact. In a surprising turn, tragedy struck the 1977 TV series. One of the main cast members, Diana Hyland, who portrayed the role of Joan Bradford, faced a heartbreaking fate. She succumbed to illness just a few days after the show's premiere, leaving a void in the cast and the hearts of the viewers. Despite this somber note, the series pushed forward, adapting to the challenges that came with the loss. The producers decided not to replace Hyland's character, opting to address her absence within the storyline. The show went on to explore the Bradford family dynamics with honesty and sensitivity, acknowledging the real-life sorrow they experienced. This unexpected event added a layer of authenticity to the show, as the characters grappled with the loss of a beloved family member. The way the series handled this tragic turn of events resonated with viewers, showcasing a commitment to realism and a willingness to confront difficult topics head-on. Navigating through the complexities of familial relationships, the 1977 TV series presented a unique narrative that went beyond the typical family sitcom. It managed to capture the essence of life's challenges and triumphs, making it a memorable part of television history. The TV series 8 is Enough faced a tragic incident during its production. A devastating fire broke out on the set, resulting in the destruction of several key props and sets. The incident led to delays in filming and added significant challenges to the production team's workload. Despite the setback, the cast and crew persevered, demonstrating resilience and determination to overcome the obstacles. The incident served as a sobering reminder of the risks involved in television production and highlighted the importance of safety measures on set. The aftermath of the fire brought the cast and crew closer together, fostering a sense of unity and camaraderie. They worked tirelessly to rebuild the damaged sets and resume filming, showcasing their dedication to delivering quality entertainment to viewers. The tragic fire serves as a poignant reminder of the unpredictable nature of television production and the resilience of those involved in bringing a show like 8 is Enough to life. The production of the 1977 TV series 8 is Enough faced a tragic event when actress Diana Hyland, who portrayed the role of the Bradford family matriarch, passed away due to cancer after filming only 4 episodes. Her sudden death deeply impacted the cast and crew, leading to adjustments in the storyline and reshoots to accommodate her absence. Despite the loss, the show continued, but the absence of Hyland left a notable void in the series. Despite the initial challenge, the series managed to navigate through the loss of Hyland and continued to capture the audience's attention with its portrayal of the Bradford family's dynamics. The show explored various themes such as family relationships, parenting challenges, and personal growth, resonating with viewers across different generations. Following the unexpected loss of a key cast member, the TV show grappled with the challenge of continuing without her. Tragically, the actor passed away due to cancer, leaving the production team to navigate how to handle her character's departure. Despite this setback, they chose to honor her memory by respectfully writing her character out of the show. As the series progressed, her absence was deeply felt, impacting both the storyline and the emotions of those involved. Despite the difficulties, the show persevered, with the remaining cast members carrying on and ensuring her memory lived on through their performances. In the end, the show's history was forever shaped by her brief but meaningful time on set.